Consumers Energy is exploring the future of its 13 hydroelectric dams in Michigan. And while it may be an easy decision for some communities, the conversation over what to do with Tippy Dam is one that has a lot of Manistee County residents upset. UpNorthLive's Nicole Long attended tonight's meeting where a lot of questions were left unanswered.
And tonight has been a complete waste of my time.
Consumers Energy has been asking the community what they'd like to do with Tippy Dam for a year now as they move on from hydroelectricity. The facility was built in 1918, and while it may not be the main source of energy anymore, the dam is still a staple in the community.
Our biggest challenge right now is still understanding what's important to the communities. And when we talk about moving forward in 2024, it's really getting more localized to identify what are the priorities for a community in a scenario where we relicense our facilities or in a scenario where we exit the hydro business.
And what to do with it is still something that's up in the air, and it probably will be for a while.
I mean, there's lots of concern about the dam. I mean, we know that they have a great economic contribution to the area. There's tons of people who like to recreate around all the dams, but Tippy especially. It's a great fishery.
It costs consumers about $1.8 million to keep Tippy Dam operational, but it brings in about $19 million to the local economy and supports more than 400 jobs. But hydroelectricity is more expensive to maintain and is only about 1% of what consumers emits.
If we look at Tippy, it has the ability to operate and produce about 20 megawatts power, but generally on any given day it's only producing about 7.
Because of the increased cost and small output of hydroelectricity, consumers is looking at least 2 options moving forward.
Decommissioning is full removal. That means there is no structure there. You now have a river flowing, like what you see downstream would be upstream. That is decommissioning. When we say exit the business, that could be either decommissioning, it could be selling, or it could be an alternative structure.
And while it might be cheaper to keep the dam operational, decommissioning costs are already partly paid for.
Actually, $630 million cheaper to relicense. It's just now you're planning to decommission it in the future.
Anytime we do something, we have to have a decommissioning cost in there. That's part of what customers will pay for.
Last year's survey showed the community is willing to pay to keep the dam operational, which would keep invasive sea lamprey out of Lake Michigan. It would also continue to protect endangered species that live in the area. In Manistee County, Nicole Long, UpNorthLive News.
There's still no decision on what to do with Tippy Dam or the other 12 hydro dam facilities. Officials say it may be a years-long process to find a solution. Consumers is hosting another meeting about the Hodenpile Dam next Monday, November 13th at the Springville Township Community Center at 6 p.m.